Students in Thailand are starting the second week of the new school year, and they're finally getting what some of them feel are long overdue changes. CNA's Saksith Saiyasombut reports from Bangkok.
It's the beginning of a new school year in Thailand, and the sight is a familiar one. White shirts, dark shorts or skirts, and tidy hair. The rules are pretty clear on what constitutes tidy hair. Crew cuts for the boys and bobs for the girls. This all originated from a directive in 1975 when Thailand was governed by a military junta. This is part of a regimental practice over the decades in Thai schools. And some school personnel are taking the rule and their students' hair into their own hands when the norm is not met. These videos are easily found circulating online. Some schools, like this one run by Bangkok's city administration, have become more lenient over the years. And inspired by university students who took a leading role in the pro-democracy protests of the 2020s, some school children have taken action against the strict ruling. Student activists filed a legal petition against the 50-year-old directive, arguing it was unconstitutional and infringed on their human dignity. And earlier this year, a court ruled in their favor, finding that mandating how students should wear their hair violated individual rights and is out of touch with today's society. Lapornpat Wangpaisit was part of that movement behind that push for reform 5 years ago. He's now a university student, and while the court decision was met with mostly positive feedback, he cautions that there is still a gap in the passing of the verdict and its actual enforcement.
เพราะว่าอำนาจฐานอำนาจมันไม่ได้ถูกห้ามมันยังอยู่แล้วมันไม่ใช่อยู่เพราะว่าแบบว่าไม่มีใครไปเมนชั่นนะเขาเมนชั่นด้วยว่ามันยังอยู่หน่วยงานทางกฎหมายทั้ง2หน่วยงานก็เมนชั่นว่ามันยังอยู่กฤษฎีกาเมนชั่นว่ามีโรงเรียนทำได้ศาลปกครองเมนชั่นว่ามีโรงเรียนทำได้เนี่ยแปลว่าไม่มีใครบอกเลยว่าห้ามออกกฎระเบียบที่มาจำกัดทรงผมนักเรียนนะห้ามไปยุ่งกับหัวนักเรียนนะไม่มีสิ่งนี้เลย
In other words, the ball is being played back to the schools for them to decide what standard to follow. Attitudes about school uniforms in Thailand are changing ever so slightly, and so do the rules, at least incrementally. But they affect not only the students wearing them, their parents buying them, but also those shops selling them.
ปีนี้เงียบมากครับไม่เหมือนทุกปีจะลูกค้าจะแน่นร้านแต่ปีนี้จะซาๆหน่อยไม่เหมือนทุกปี
Students are quite simply buying less uniforms. They used to have to wear these scout uniforms about once a week. But a new education ministry directive now exempts students from having to wear them in order to relieve parents of the financial burden. So shops like these are earning 1,300 baht or almost $40 less from every customer. A quiet revolution is taking root in this new Thai school year. But some say it's merely superficial, and the changes don't mask actual shortcomings in the country's education system.
โรงเรียนก็มาจริงจังกับการตรวจเครื่องแบบเด็กแต่6ชั่วโมงที่เด็กอยู่ที่โรงเรียนมั่นใจไหมว่าจากการศึกษาที่มีคุณภาพเพราะตอนนี้ผลการวัดทางระดับประเทศแล้วก็นานาชาติมันก็เป็นตัวฟ้องว่าคุณภาพการศึกษาไทยถดถอยลงทุกมิติเลยเนาะทั้งคุณภาพที่วัดพวกสมรรถนะผ่านข้อสอบปิซ่าเนาะหรือแม้กระทั่งการวัดด้านภาษาการวัดในมิติเรื่องพลเมืองอะไรเงี้ยทุกอย่างก็ถดถอยลงซึ่งเป็นเรื่องที่เป็นวิกฤตอย่างยิ่ง
A significant amount of government funds is allocated to the education ministry every year, about 10% of the annual budget. But that has not translated into better performance by Thai students. They scored below the OECD average in reading, mathematics, and science in the last PISA test in 2022. They also did worse than students in neighboring Malaysia and Vietnam. Critics have pointed to the core curriculum not being updated in over 15 years, the emphasis on passive rote learning over critical thinking and creativity, and an understaffed and overworked body of teachers. The Education Ministry did not respond to CNA's request for a comment. But it's apparent the problems facing Thai schools go beyond mere appearances. They will take political will and time to address. But at least for now, the children can let their hair loose, even just for a little bit. Saksith Saiyasombut, CNA, Bangkok.